Everybody, this is Grace. And this morning I sat here and I made a video about the silent treatment and how I've experienced it as not always being the narcissistic person who's giving the silent treatment, doing the silent treatment. Sometimes it can be the person who is angry at someone who is narcissistic, and that narcissistic person stepped over a boundary, like in an argument or something, and the victim or their target just stopped talking and so, knows that for whatever reason they feel this is not going anywhere, there's no sense in it, that person's on a rage, that person's trying to take everything out on me, however they put it. Now I made this video and then I looked at it, it was messy, so I had deleted it, and mine are always going to be, no matter what lighting I put, they're going to be grainy and all this kind of stuff, so I'm trying it again. But before I tried it again, I went and I had gotten a phone call, and somebody who has an actual cease and desist order or whatever. And every time I turn around, they'll start calling me, even before 9 o'clock, at 8 o'clock. And anyway, I called them and explained to them once again, you should not be calling this number, so on and so forth. And the young woman on the other end of the line, she was all about them. And she said, well, we do this because, I said, I don't care why you do it. You have a cease and desist, you cannot call me. What you meant? No. And I've had this kind of situation far too many times. But anyway, not just with them, but one of the things she did, and I said, well, I seriously want to know, are you above the law? She stopped talking. I said, is it something special about you, where she works, that they are above the law? They can do what they want. They can call me before 9 o'clock. I said, has the law changed? Just exclude them? She would not respond. She stopped talking. She just totally did the silent treatment at that point. And see, I would see that as part of a collective narcissism, that she has been trained what to say, even though she doesn't have an answer. Yeah, and she continues. And I've had this kind of situation. It seems like a theme in my life these days. Really, it does seem like a theme. And another one had to deal with a pharmacy, and I just recently was told by a pharmacist that it happens to a lot of people from their corporation, people that are their pharmacy, who go to their pharmacy. The corporation has a problem with their automated system, and it will call people, like I pick up a prescription, it will call me, text or call, and sometimes both, to say, do you want to renew this? Just right when I just picked it up, after renewing, after getting my prescription. They want to start all over again. And the woman told me that they have realized they have a lot of people that complain about this, and that have to call this 1-800 number, which I did, and I explained how difficult it was to get them to listen and to understand what was going on. They actually called the pharmacy back when I said the pharmacist said to call you. They went on, and they said, yeah, ma'am. She said, yes, ma'am. But that happens that's what the people complain about too, the other people. But it's one of those that they keep stepping over your boundaries. So it's not, stepping over boundaries, that they should not be doing that. But this was about the silent treatment. But I have had, stated something to pharmacists, and one of them not the pharmacist, but the pharmacist tech, just stopped talking, because now I know they hear it all the time. And it's just like a broken record for them, not just same person, but over and over they're hearing, this is wrong, they shouldn't be doing this, this is what they're doing to me. They just say, okay, they're just going to stop talking, Okay, and another one was, like I said, it seems like a theme in my life these days, because I had made a statement that I don't experience that narcissistic silent treatment from anybody, but I have in a different way. But this one was at a place where you go and you make an order, fast food, and I asked about something on a menu. It was like, apparently the young guy who was on the other end of it, that I asked, the guy that worked there, apparently that was asking too much for me to ask, what's the difference between these two things? They were the same, they were both, just say it, burritos. I said, one had a name and the other one had a name. I said, what's the difference? apparently I had crossed the line. I'm laughing, but yeah, he refused to answer me. It got down to where I got I thought it was the manager, but it was the assistant manager. She came out and actually talked to me about it because he was wrong. I have never seen him there again, but I don't go there that often. But yeah, he was wrong. He refused to answer. Apparently people ask him questions like that, and he just doesn't feel like answering. You know, he has a sense of entitlement. I only answer what I feel like answering. He works at a restaurant. When somebody asks what is on something, they need to know. You know, he needs to answer. Some would say, I have a sense of entitlement because I expect for the person that works there to clue me in on what is on what I'm ordering. But yeah, it depends on who wants to see it what way, right? Okay, now I'm serious when I say that it feels like it's a theme in my life because I remember, last night I was thinking about this. Many years ago, somebody had really ticked me off, stepped over boundaries you don't step over, you know, with somebody, insulting, it's verbal abuse. And I just stopped, like I said earlier in this video. I didn't do the, you know, some people want to say, oh, you dissociated, oh, you this, oh, you that. You know, I put a label on me instead of that the situation, when you see it's not going to do anything good. You know, it's not, the more you say something, the worse it's going to get. Because some of these narcissistic people, they will feed off of that, whatever you say. Some would say it's, you know, the gray rock. Yeah, we can call it gray rock. It's still, in a way, you know, it's the silent treatment. So, to me, it's not always that narcissistic person. But I was thinking about this last night. That, yeah, some people do that because you just know, especially if you know a person, they are not going to stop. They're feeding off of your anger, your frustration, your words all around. They're just feeding off it, getting all their supply that they need, you know, and they'll keep on. And you're going to wind up being the one hurt. Okay, it cut off at some point because somebody called me, and my guess is, since I didn't recognize the number, that it was probably that same place calling me to let me know that they can do what they want. Oh, I'm laughing, but yeah, you know what I mean, because there are some people out there that just believe they can do what they want. And that includes, you know, when they're working in a business and you're asking a legitimate question and they're going to give you the silent treatment. Like I said, it's not always narcissistic people, you know, that narcissistic person having narcissistic behaviors. I don't know anybody who's been diagnosed but with narcissistic personality disorder, but that narcissistic behaviors, yeah, they can do it, but it's not always them. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up before I get another phone call from somebody who's not supposed to go. Anyway, if you want to subscribe to this channel, click the circle. If you want to watch another video on this channel, click one of the rectangles, like, subscribe, and share on your own social media. And I'm going to try to start doing these on camera, but because of the solar screens and the hardwood blinds, even opening them doesn't do any good. It always looks grainy, and I have to put a visual effect on it anyway. So anyway, talk to y'all in another video. Bye.